So, with Pyeongyang and Washington preparing for the second summit, one of the questions that many are asking in regards to the talks is the content of the negotiations, which are the denuclearization steps. Our Lee-Ji-won reports.
It is unclear exactly what the high-level officials from North Korea and the U.S. discussed during their high-level talks last week, but one of the items on the agenda was reportedly the freezing of the regime's nuclear assets. Soon after the talks, the New York Times reported, citing officials from several countries briefed on the talks, that the two sides had discussed freezing the North's nuclear fuel and weapons production during negotiations. This is so that the regime's arsenal does not grow while talks drag on. Previously, there have been reports that North Korea is continuing its nuclear weapons program even after the Singapore summit, which the U.S. said does not mean the North Korean leader's will to denuclearize has diminished, as there was no agreement on that reached between the two sides yet. Many observers say this is an intermediate stage to the complete denuclearization of North Korea, and that the U.S. is taking the phased approach.
Freezing the nuclear program used to be the endpoint of North Korea-U.S. talks before, when the North certainly did not have nuclear material. But with it now claiming that it has nuclear warheads, this freezing would be necessary to get to the end goal, to the full dismantlement of Pyongyang's nuclear program.
Experts say this would also make it easier for the Trump administration to ease parts of its sanctions on the North for the regime's initial denuclearization steps. Meanwhile, Bloomberg said preparations for Kim Jong-un and President Trump's second summit are taking place in Vietnam. Citing sources familiar with the matter, Bloomberg said that the February summit is likely to take place in Hanoi, the capital of the Southeast Asian country. But it also said that Da Nang, site of the 2017 Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation meeting, and Ho Chi Minh City in the south have also been discussed as possible venues. More details on the summit and the denuclearization negotiations are to be unveiled after working-level talks in Sweden. Lee-Ji-won, Arirang News.